Hello, welcome back to Showtime. It's Go Time podcast. I'm Josh, the commissioner, and with me is Josh, the Busted Knuckles. What's up, dude?
Not much. How are you doing?
Pretty good. So long time listener, probably first time caller on the show, Busted Knuckles. Jo-
Yeah.
Josh, you've been in the Showtime League for a few years now. I was trying to remember how you joined or how that came about. Can you kind of refresh me on how that all transpired?
Yeah. You suggested you needed a new member, and I was currently playing in an NFL league. Just kind of playing with some random leagues there. Just crappy leagues and all that stuff. So you need a new member, and you added me on, and I think that year was around, I don't know, 2015 or so.
Wow. You've been here for a while, and Um, the Busted Knuckles is kind of like a staple name. You have your Straight Outta Compton classic name, any buffet food fighters classic name, and the Busted Knuckles. So how'd you come up with it?
Uh, and not a lot of logic to behind it, but I just like cars. I'm a car guy, motorhead, and teacher. Teach auto tech. So Busted Knuckles Garage, you might hear of little knickknacks and things like that. You can little cool little garage, man cave items, stuff like that. It says Busted Knuckle Garage. So I kind of stuck with me. I kind of like the name, so that's kind of went with it. I tried switching names around here and there, but I think when I won my championship in 2016, I think that's what was my name. So it kind of I held good luck with it. So I stuck with it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I remember you were like the Nitro Wheelies at one point. Like that was the dark days for you, I think, in Showtime League. Uh,
Yeah, Nitro Wheelies. It was kind of off of Hot Wheels, I guess, but
that was a funny one. Okay, so you've been doing fantasy football for a few years now, and obviously last year, a lot of people didn't know this about you, but you scored the most points in Showtime League, but you didn't quite
yeah.
have the year you wanted. Did that kind of change your mentality at all when it comes to Showtime football?
No, last year I think it just kind of maybe I found a key of putting a new game plan together. I stuck with it. I mean, did it change it this year just because I was winning high score points? I was winning high points, so why would it change? I guess. But I was losing a lot of games though. But I just stuck with it. I think it was just a fluke year though. I mean, winning a lot of losses, but winning a lot of points there though. So I
Yeah.
looked in some things of some strategies, kind of open up the horizons just to see what I could do, but nothing that I actually applied though. But if the draft happened a certain way, I could apply it. But I didn't use it because I didn't need it.
Yeah. Now you came to the draft pretty prepared. I remember you had a little notebook. Was there actually players written down in the notebook, or was that just a facade to intimidate the other players at the draft party?
Uh, no, it was just off the sheets that you pull off of ESPN and stuff like that. So,
Okay.
but you just see the rankings or whoever actually is the starter or the wide receiver two on the team. Just kind of help make my decisions when it comes to the lower end players. When it comes to my bench and all that, just kind of see what make the final decision.
Yeah. No, that's good. And you're a one-time champion. Let's say this is the year of the busted knuckles, and you find a way to get number two. At that point, Compton's got three. You're at two. Where do you think that puts you in the Mount Rushmore of Showtime League champions?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm going to win it this year, but I know I'm having a good season. I feel like a lot of the seasons, the best player sometimes just doesn't win it all. But if I won another championship, if it happened this year, yeah, I guess you could put me up there if it happened this year. Maybe not, I won't take Compton's spot, but maybe I maybe took Keevan's spot. But but yeah, if it happens this year, maybe you can put me up there. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and speaking of people winning, PJ Russell won last season. It was his first year. He won COVID year. There's been a lot of talk of him being a fluke. Do you have any comments at all of PJ Russell possibly being a fluke?
Man, his first year. he wins the championship. You could use the term fluke because of that, but I don't know if I use the term, I guess. But maybe like the first week or the second week of this season, I could have called him a fluke, but I don't think I would use that term still. But he's a competitive player, so I know he's always going to do well. I think he really will turn his team around the season. I think he already has. It's just a slow process climbing up that mountain, trying to get there. Do I think he's going to win it all? No, but I think he might sneak into playoffs if I think things goes his way.
Yeah. Okay. And so I have a few questions I'm gonna come off the top here with Compton. Obviously, you guys kind of have that unique bond as you guys both similar careers. Do you guys kind of like are you guys kind of friends there? Do you guys ever think about teaming up together, or is it strictly business and you're only looking out for yourself?
Fantasy wise, it's strictly business. So yeah, it's my not really working with each other, but I think it's cool. It's a cool bond. He's a teacher too. It makes things in common we can talk to in the chat. So the chat is definitely a win. So
So
that's cool.
on the flip side, who would you say is your biggest rival? Like if you could drop 40 points, win by 40 points, or win by 50 points against this guy, who would that be and why?
The biggest rival. Ooh, right now it's Greg, right? So because he's kind of a top contender
Yeah.
there. But I mean, right now this week against PJ, I think I got it handled, but you never know what's going to happen. But I mean, at first when I came at the season, I thought it would be PJ. He's the champion, but
Yeah.
but right now it just stands as Greg, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. And I got two more questions for you before I kind of cut you loose here. New guys
All
coming
right.
in. We got the youngin. I forget the kid's name even. He's kind of bumping his gums in chat sometimes, and obviously Chris. What do you think about the new talent in Showtime? Do you think it's good, bad, or indifferent?
Oh yeah, I think it's definitely good. I think PJ did a good job of adding them. I think PJ might have hurt himself on adding them too because I think they're related to PJ. They might think the same way as PJ,
Yeah.
so maybe that's the reason why it's hurting PJ this year because they might think the same style, and they're both. I think they're Bears fans too, so
Yeah.
so they're definitely they're into it. They like it. Maybe not as competitive as PJ because I know he kind of lives this, sleeps it, wakes up and just that's all he does.
So, final question. You can either have the Colts to win the Super Bowl this year or to win the next the next 10 Showtime championships. What do you choose?
Uh, Man, I guess I'm not going to be selfish. I'm going to the Colts is actually doing it for a living and job, so and it would probably be a miracle if the Colts could win the Super Bowl this year. So
Yeah.
I would give it to them instead of the next 5, 10,
Yeah.
5 years for me. So
Wow. Wow. Spoken like a true gentleman there. That was the Busted Knuckles owner, Josh. Josh, do you have anything to say before I kind of cut you loose? We're around 12 minutes here. I don't like to drag these out too much, but if you have
uh,
anything to say.
nothing really, I guess. So let me ask you, Josh.
Uh-oh.
Is there a secret little button in your settings that adjusts the strengths of schedule?
I can tweak that. I can tweak that.
I'm just messing with you, but
you know,
so
if I can play guys like PJ Russell every week towards a circle win, I'll do it.
right,
So,
right,
so, so, all right, guys. This is the Showtime. It's go time. We have a new layout today. I hope you guys noticed. Josh, you'll probably see it afterward. We appreciate you coming on. We
okay.
loved hearing from the Busted Knuckles, and hey, you have a good night, Josh.
All right. Well, thanks for having me. It was an honor.